Welcome to the All Bark No Right podcast. I'm Stephanie Lynn Comello. I want to thank you for joining me again. Today is overcast, but it's one of my favorite times. Sometimes the gloom helps me write. There's a calm to it. What I'm currently working on is the start to my paranormal romance series, Ancient Sins. I've always loved this genre. From Christine Feehan to Anne Rice, they all have given me a love and a passion for reading, as well as attempting to write it for myself. Interview with a Vampire was my first paranormal romance that I read in the mid-90s. I was lucky enough to read it before I watched the movie. Although the book took my heart, the movie was brilliantly done. I love Christine Feehan's Dark series. The Dark one is my all-time favorite. Mikhail was written as a dreamy, brooding vampire that fell in love with a psychic girl. It's magical the way she weaves her stories. Charlene Harris wrote the Sookie Stackhouse series, and it was picked up by HBO in the series True Blood. Her natural way of writing, simple and amazing. I would get stuck in her books. Because of my love of reading, my passion for writing grew. I would write my poems all of the time. At times they would be about my personal experiences or feelings, like my poem, Her Heart. When I was writing that poem, I was thinking about my life and where my love life was going. I was single and thinking about what I needed in a man, his values, and what was in his heart. When I wrote, "Into your eyes she gazed and saw all that you are," it was a realization that I needed more than my past relationships had to offer. I believe that when you know a person, there's a transparency so great. You want to hide nothing from that person, not your body, mind, heart, and soul. I guess in reality, I'm a thinker by nature. I like to analyze things, break them down so I can better understand them. I believe that life is a big learning experience. You learn from your past to make better choices and live a happier life. Speaking of love, love is what makes me whole. And I don't mean that I need someone to love me in order to be whole. I think that love is in everything that you do and experience. At times it's hard to see love, but it's there. Love is expressed in so many beautiful ways. You just have to be open to receiving it. Love starts with you first and foremost. Once you've attained that, the expression of love to others, be it family, friends, your boy or girlfriend, or to a complete stranger, comes easily. It doesn't have to be grandiose or extravagant. They could be little mundane things you do in your life that make a difference and show love. There's way too much hate in this world, and that's a sad thing. When it's so simple to just show kindness through love, it costs nothing, but the effects could be mountainous. I guess you could say the same thing goes with writing, be it poetry or stories. Your characters, love is there, they just need to find it. And even when they're not looking, sometimes it finds them. They need to be as open as we do to find what love has to offer. I'd like to share with you my latest poem that I wrote today. It's called The Woods. If you're looking for an app that helps you through production of podcasts, Anchor is the solution. With creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast so it sounds great, Anchor gives you everything you need in one place, which you can use from your phone or computer, and it's free. Worried about distribution of your podcasts? It's included in the program. They will share it everywhere: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many more. You can also make money from your podcasts with no minimum listenership. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. The woods. I walk through the garden's gate to walk into the woods, and though it is a scary place, I push on to go among the redwoods. With a heavy heart, I traipse through the patchy sunlight under a covering of trees. I find a brook that's babbling. I stop to take a drink. The coolness rushes through my body with the sweetest of chills. As I sit and ponder life, my mind fulfills. A lonely buck is drinking off across the brook. Majestic, his antlers standing proud, I can't help but stare and look. I can hear the fish swimming, fins slapping the crystal water away. One so close, I could feel the water's spray. The ants are collecting for their colony, flowers blowing in the breeze, as pollen is collected by a lone bee. 'Tis a magical place to sit alone and be. I started writing poetry when I was about 7 or 8 years old. My Aunt Kathy bought me a Merriam-Webster's pocket rhyming dictionary. That was it. I was hooked. It was my security blanket. It went with me everywhere. To school, I would carry it with me at home, all over the house. I would flip through the book and just read pages after pages of words that rhyme. I was obsessed with writing and using that dictionary. If it wasn't for her, I would have never started writing. I would have never found my true passion in life. Thank you, Aunt Kathy. I know you're always with me. I love you. So years upon years, I wrote, collecting so many pages of poetry, some finished, others not. And from that, I had a huge plastic folder stuffed with pages of my writing. I will share with you my very first poem that I ever wrote. Keep in mind, I was very young. Rainbows in the sky. After it rains, you know what happens. It appears. You know what it does to me. Yeah, don't you see? Right in front of your eyes in the sky. It just happens like magic in the sky. You know when it happens in my eyes. It's amazing that when you're young, things are so simple and free. And as you get older, they get more complicated and complex. But I enjoyed writing that poem. I remember it. I remember the exhilaration of finishing it. It was a really, really good day. I want to thank you again for joining me today for All Bark No Write podcast. I'm Stephanie Lynn Comello. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and of course, Amazon. The links are posted on my site, allbarknowrite.com. Thank you for listening and have a wonderful day.